Okay, today I'm going to just talk really briefly about section C and D of the IA. Section C is the graphs and charts and maps and diagrams that you need that show how you've analyzed your data. And D is where you talk about those charts and graphs and maps and what they show and what they don't show. So the first thing that I want to show you guys is how to make a chart. A lot of you know this, but for those of you who don't, so this is the Google Sheets survey that we took. And let's say that we want to explore where most people do their shopping in Tyson's. We go to this column, J. We click on the top here, and I highlight. Just by clicking on it, I can highlight the entire column. Then I go over to Insert, and I do Chart. And here is where it automatically sets up a pie chart. But if I wanted it not to be a pie chart, I go over to this side and I can pick any kind of chart I want. They have some suggested ones, but you can go down and do column charts and bar charts and basically mix it up. So let's say I want to decide I want to do a pie chart. It's really important that your charts be labeled and be clear. So you don't want to keep it just like this. You want to go to Customize, and here I can change the title. So I want it to say responses to where do you do most of your shopping, or something like that. And I will edit the title of it, and I can also put other labels on the bottom through this Customize section. There's a legend. And then all you have to do is click on this, copy it, and paste it into your document or whatever. I can do the same thing. Let me delete this. Say if I want to look at how far are people traveling, I go over to column G, I highlight that, insert, chart. Again, it will give me a pie chart, or I can decide that I want to do any of these other kinds of charts or graphs, and then customize them. All right. So this is pretty straightforward. There are, as you can see down here on the far right, many different varieties of these things that you can try to play around with your data. But when you're looking at your aims to investigate or your sub questions, first start with this Google survey and some of the things that it shows. Now, for those of you who have one of your aims to investigate was shopping, are there a lot of shopping options in Tyson's, or do people use Tyson's for most of their shopping? There's another thing I want to show you, which is we teachers have shared with you, which is a spreadsheet that shows a Tyson's Shannon Diversity Index calculator. And this Shannon Diversity Index is a statistical tool that looks at how diverse different species are. And it's obviously first for biology, for trees or birds or types of animals. But we can use it to see how diverse are the shopping options in Tyson's, because one of the things that a central business district has is a variety of shopping options. So we use the survey of responses to see where people are shopping, but here we can analyze, are there many different types of shops? And we've gone ahead and divided this up into different components for you and counted up all of the different types of stores in Tyson's. This is a spreadsheet that I got off the internet that already has the formulas embedded in it. If you decide, you want to add or manipulate it yourselves and add different categories and count them up, that's fantastic. You can do that. Just make a copy of it. And the beauty of this is if you scroll down, is it calculates the diversity index for you automatically, as long as you're staying within these yellow bars. And the Shannon Diversity Index, you can look it up, but it goes from 1.5 to 3.5, with 3.5 being more diverse. And this number that we found is about 2.6, which is relatively diverse. So part of the thing that you're going to have to do in section C and D is not only take each of your questions one by one and show your results in different ways with charts and graphs and maps, but you're going to have to do some sort of statistical analysis of them and explain what that means. And finally, I wanted to show you one other example of what you could do. And again, I just sort of made this up on the fly. This is not accurate or real, but if you say wanted to compare land values in Tysons, commercial land values, another thing you could do would be to make a map. And here I just made a map of Washington, D.C., downtown, and the Tysons Corner area, and annotated it to show what different average prices are per square foot for renting commercial land. The reason I wanted to show you this is because you have to look at your results and your questions and the data and figure out what is the best way to show my results. And it could be a pie chart, it could be a bar chart, or it could be a map. So there are many different options for you to use. Finally, it's just important to point out that you need to explain what supported your hypothesis, but things that did not support your hypothesis, and explain perhaps why people are shopping elsewhere or why land values are lower. You have to explain the results that you saw. If you have any questions, all of us teachers are available. Ms. Phelps, Ms. Kaler, me, Ms. Lubick-Daniel, we're all available to help you out. Just send us an email, come to our office hours. That's what we're here for.